welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I'm David Steele and here's my truck. This is my Kenworth K100E and I am currently looking for where I'm supposed to pick up or maneuver this trailer. Oh, I see it, it's back there. Oh, well, this will be fun. So what have we got today? Well, yes, we're in a Kenworth K100E and it's configured for some heavy haul because we're doing some extreme hauling today. The difference between a heavy haul and extreme haul, I don't think there's such a thing as an extreme haul, an official definition for this. But in the context of this particular game, this means we're going to be towing something very heavy, or very long, or very big, or sometimes all of the above. Today is a 150 or so mile trip, at least according to the book, hauling a transformer, but it's a double weight transformer, so it's a total of £247,000 plus the weight of the single trailer. Now, I would absolutely love to have done this as a double trailer, but I'm having great difficulties finding a garage that will actually accommodate a double trailer. And the mods I'm using, we can use a triple trailer, but good luck getting that to work. Alright, let's see if we can... I don't think I'm going to make a very good attempt at this, but I've not got that much space. I probably need to turn the thing around. Yeah, I've already messed it up, I can tell straight away. I'm having PTSD moments from that live stream in Alaska where I had to maneuver an enormous trailer into a space that was just not big enough. So I may just go ahead and do the whole I can't be bothered, load me up already option. Let's see if we can trigger that, because this is going to take me like 25 minutes just to maneuver the dang thing into roughly the area. We're using a 15-speed today, and as you can tell, this engine does not have a lot of torque low down. It keeps wanting me to move off in second gear, and it feels too tall. We've got a Cummins KTA under the hood. Not a 600 though. Oh, come on, will you just let me connect? Let's see if that works. There we go. Fine, I just clicked exit, did it. Okay. Well, there we go. Right, well that's got transformer dropped onto the trailer. Didn't even have to shut the engine off as well. Let's check. Did we put is our third axle shut? I can't even tell. We'll do this. I'm sorry if I'm whiny today. Well, first things first, we need to get that bad boy down. That's going to help. And yes, it is down. But let's just go ahead and have a quick look at things. My mouse is scrolling very, very quickly. So, yeah, see, we're pretty tightly backed up here. And I guess this transformer is chained down. It looks a pretty flimsy chain for £250,000, but I'm going to assume that they know what they're doing. Does this thing flex? No, not particularly. Okay, bit of a low ground clearance there though. That might be... oh no, wait, that's not my trailer. Yeah, numpty. This might be something to at least bear in mind. That hissing you hear is because the controls to move around are also the same as controls to adjust my ride height. Let's go ahead and reset that. There we go. Right, well I'm going to jump back into the cabin today. Let's have a quick look around this little monster. First of all, let's actually put it in neutral. Get the parking brake on. So, Cummins KTA, it has 525 horsepower and 1580 foot-pounds of torque. So it's not the highest output engine. The 525 is a similar torque curve to the 600, there's just a little bit less of it. And there's not quite so much at the high end. I have to say, I don't expect any great differences today in how well it's going to haul. It might use a little less fuel, but not measurably so. Speaking of fuel, I've got a full tank, or very close to full tank. And this truck should be in pretty robust health. We may have a little bit of wear on it, so it's showing 0% damage, so that works for me. And it now says 179 miles, so okay. We'll see how well this works. Still my beacons on. My headlights are on. Yeah, they are. Then let's maneuver out of here. Looks like I can maneuver out. Can I get out? I'm not sure I can get out to my left or the right of the screen as we're looking at it. I'm going to assume that we can't. So we're going to have to go right. That'll be fun. Right, it wants me to be in DR3. I believe that's direct something low. Well, that's not very precise of me, I know. And look, there's my second steering axle, but look at the front wheels not even turning. That's not a good sign, because we've got a lot of weight. Oh boy. Yeah, we got a lot of weight on the back of this. That's really not a good sign. That may lead to understeer. Let me try and increase the ride height of the rear. That's why it's spinning around annoyingly. Let's maybe reduce the front. Does that help? Not really. Okay, this could be a it's not turning the front wheels at all. This is not very encouraging. I got a bad feeling about this, I think it's fair to say. At least my transformer module has missed. Do we have any movement from the front? Nothing at all. Really? What if I brake? I've still got nothing. Right, well that's just at the right height. Still nothing. Wow. How's this gonna work? Okay, so pulling up the middle axle gives me at least steering from the front, but that defeats the point of having all those axles. It's probably accurate though, because the weight of the trailer and the cargo is modelling. Let's get the thing rolling, and let's just put the rear axle down again, see what happens there. Yeah, look at that. I don't think. Yeah, and if I apply a little bit of service brake, you see the front wheel just stops. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the middle axle then. I just utterly defeated the point of having an 8x4 there. And now I've gone back to a 6x2. Okay, and it's not the fault of Overfloater or anyone that's worked on the truck mod. It's simply because all that mass is sitting over the two most rear. Okay, come on, David, steering. The two most rear axles. Good grief, what am I doing? And not on the front. There's that pusher axle. So, okay, I guess we've learned something. I think it's time for a swig of coffee at that point. And we're not accelerating. Let's try and force an upshift. Okay. That, this could be a long trip. Yeah, look at that. So DR5 is almost the same as third. Direct ratio 5, I don't know what that means. Oh, deep reduction 5, yes I do. I just realised that. Well, just for a laugh, I just put the middle axle down. Okay, there we go. So look at that. That's a very uncomfortable feeling. I'm going to push it up again. There's no point in having the axle down if we end up with a really short wheelbase truck. And the front cabin sort of hanging over the edge. That's not going to be safe. So I've basically just lifted the middle axle. We'll cope with this the old-fashioned way. We'll just use a 6x4. It's fine. I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Go straight.
I mean, I'm not really, but we'll see. Am I regretting a 15 speed? Not really, because I think that deep reduction gear, or those gears, could be incredibly useful under certain circumstances. Now today's trip doesn't look like it would necessarily benefit from that super extra low gear set of gears, but we also never know, and we're gonna have to find out. And it's not using the lowest gear, it's using the, oh yeah, it's just not wanting to pull off. once it spins up, okay. But yeah, I think I guess I'll try and do this manually. I'm going to block shift here too. So 1, 2. No, that puts me in 5th. That's not what I wanted to do. Downshift 1 gets me in 4th. Okay. I'll just change gear myself. Like I've said in a few videos, I didn't test my gear shift points with £250,000 or £330,000 hanging on the back. And so, yes, this is on me, but did I really expect to be hauling this much? Well, okay. Given I'm going to be using my engine mods, then maybe I should have anticipated that. But against that, realistically, what are my expectations? Yeah. Also, that remark about the deep reduction gear, I may have to eat my hat. I'm going to be in the left lane here because this road is twisty. And this hill here, this little incline, may not look like a big incline, but I've got £250,000 hanging on the back, so it's steeper than it looks, shall we say. Frequent deer crossing next 22 miles. Don't worry, they will get out of my way. It's not like I can really able to stop. Right. I'm going to use the cruise control because I am very lazy and I don't really want to be mashing the power the whole time, but we may come back to that. Actually, to be fair, the adaptive side of it is not really missing because I'm shifting myself, so that's no big disadvantage here. What is a disadvantage is the fact that we're bleeding speed. I've just downshifted a couple of gears, see if that helps. Okay, yeah. 4th and 5th are fine, but 6th seemed to be too much. Yeah, I'd never seen the entire front axle lifted off the truck before like that. So the 15 speed is configured as it's basically a 10 speed with an extra 5 deep reduction gears. I don't really know why I completely forgot what DR stands for. But it's configured like, as I say, like a 10 speed with some extra low ratios for vocational work or loony ideas about hauling massive amounts of cargo. I'm going to use my engine brake here, I think. Aggressively downshift. I know that the lights have gone green, but this thing takes a long time to stop. Don't make me... Okay. I don't really want to move off from rest if I can, because I'm going to have to negotiate all of those gears.
Go straight.
And I suspect that the order of them is... Oh. Yeah, see, I wasn't really able to stop there. If I've got anything behind me, can I safely move back? Well, it's a bus, so I mean, yes. Because we don't like buses in this game. Let's just bump it. Oops. My bad. Let's pull forward a little bit so we have plausible... Ah, you see, he backed up. Straight in the Volvo behind them, you chump. Well, that's on him, that's not on me. I merely was the catalyst. But I'm going to make like a tree out of it. I'm going to move off in the lowest ratio, because I think that's going to help me. Alright, let's find out. Not really. Right, I block shifted to another... Oh, okay, that's very confusing. So first sits somewhere in... Well, first sits somewhere in the DR. I think it's between 4 and 5, maybe. Yeah, sequential's not the ideal transmission for this gearbox. Maybe I should have stuck with an 8+3. The
Turn right.
The very vocationally biased 8-speed. Well, I say an 8-speed. It's not an 8-speed. It's an 11 speed, but it's got lots of deep reduction gears. I am not going to move off. I know I could on moving off on a red, but it would take me that long to move off and be in everyone's way still. So I'll take a slip of coffee, I think. Okay, we get to go soon. I'm going to move off because I can. Because look, this thing starts to move off and then stumbles into a flat spot. Well, in European terms, the size of Holland, but I suppose in American terms, a flat spot the size of the Mojave Desert. I don't know if the Mojave Desert is flat enough to qualify, but it will do for me. I'm going to have to learn this transmission one way or the other. This is the best way of doing it. Fluff and fumble my way through gear changes. Okay. Alright, that's... Once we get going, it's a little better. That's what she said. Hey, way station's coming up. Right. Let's see if how well we tackle this. If we end up getting pulled in. Yep. And is it on the right? Seriously? Alright, well that's no entry, so that helps, maybe. Alright, so what's this thing going to weigh? I think the trailer's about 20-something thousand pounds. Let's say it's 20,000 pounds dead on the nose. So that's 267,000 pounds plus whatever the truck itself weighs. So I'm going to go with maybe 16. So you're looking at 280, maybe, thousand pounds, maybe. What I'm guessing, and I've certainly pulled a heavier load. I think I pulled a heavier load on a Macar and a 285 horsepower engine and an automatic transmission. So this thing should have it in the bag.
Keep left.
Okay, let's go through the gears. So 291, give or take. Alright, so I'm asking it to accelerate from 600 revs in there to DR4. And it actually did it. Very sluggish, but hey, show me DR. Oh, come on. So it looks like DR4 and second gear are almost the same ratio. I need to be in the left-hand lane. I'm turning left up here. And the one should really be first. Okay. And I dare say the DR deep reduction of 1 is not that different from DR2, because look at this, when I try and move it off, it's like, come on. Okay, let's shift it to DR2. I'm going to go for it. I know there's a Volvo coming, but I'm going to be here all day if I don't get a move on. Come on, okay, let's go. Yeah, it's, I'm going to hold everyone up, I'm afraid. Oh well. I wonder what my fuel consumption is like this. Yeah, let's quickly move off that. That was that 1.5 or 2.5? 1.5 miles per gallon. Yeah, I'll keep it on that screen. It should be good for a laugh, right? Well, I've got the hammer down. A rather slow hammer, and another gradient on the way up, so this is not doing me any favours mileage wise, but let's see if it holds on to 7th. 25 miles an hour, 1600 RPM, and it's in 7th gear. And so far, I mean, yeah, I'll put cruise to 25 and I'll lift off the power. Let's just see what it does. Okay, I gotta change down there because it's losing speed. This engine really likes to be kept at 1500 revs or higher, and you drop below that 1500, it really struggles. Alright, so there's the magic 1500. Let's change that again. Let's go down to 4th. Okay, so 4th is good. 1600 revs in 4th gear. It might have a chance of pulling it at this speed. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Downshift again to 3rd, yeah. The next gear down might be deep reduction 5. But I don't think it's going to need it. So 1700 revs. Slowly accelerating. What's my road speed? 10 miles an hour. Okay. Not even letting me skip to the drive-by view. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's what 10 miles an hour looks like in the game. I wonder which Transformer we've got behind us. Is it Optimus Prime? Is it Megatron? I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and skip forward a bit in this video because otherwise, well, you're going to be here watching me climb a hill very slowly for a long, long time. So I'll be back in a little bit. And welcome back. So we reached the summit eventually, and we're now on the downward slope of this mountain pass, and I've put my cruise on at 40 miles an hour. I don't really want to be pushing this much quicker. And it's in 9th gear. I can use 10th, like so, 1200 revs, but that is really not an ideal engine speed for this KT. Now going down a hill, actually picking up speed, so is that a gradient on the way up there? It is. Okay, so I'm going to downshift and then tell my cruise to pick up speed. We'll see if we can climb this hill without dropping down to 37 gears. Slight exaggeration there. If I get a bit of momentum up, I mean 2 miles an hour, right? But hey, it's a bit of momentum. This may help me on this little uphill slope. Now I don't know what the recommended speed's going to be for this corner. Let's see, 55. Yeah, nowhere close to that. I'm going to downshift as soon as we start to bleed speed. Just, yep, downshift. So that put me at the governor. My thought here is we want to keep power as high as we can to try and aggressively keep momentum going. And that may have worked. I mean, okay, we went down to 35 so far, but we didn't completely grind to a halt. Have to drop through multiple gears. So that's up at the top again. Short shift it on the way up. I'll do the same again, like so. Because if we're going down a hill, it'll pick up speed by itself. We have gravity giving us not a push but a pull. Okay, so we're almost at 55. Look at that. You beauty. I mean, I say you beauty. This corner recommends 50, so watch me fall off the road. Oh no, there's tight corners coming up. Alright, that's something else. You could probably hear this. This transmission also has a retarder in it. Now, I know that retarders are not that popular in the US market, at least they don't appear to be. But for a heavy haul, it can be incredibly useful to have another means of slowing the truck down. And I think that's something that, well, when you've got this much weight behind you, you sometimes need all the help that you can get. Okay, I'm going to have to bring the speed down now. Let's use my engine brake will assist if it needs to, and I think it does need to. Right. I'm using the service brake, but the light went to green. It's gone down to 30, so it's got the speed down to 30. Now I used the retarder in combination with cruise control just to try and keep me within 6 miles an hour of my preset cruise control speed, but I also use it engaged with the service brake. You can do the same with the engine brake, but I tend to keep that one separate. It does feel like I'm sort of feathering the controls through here, apart from the power, and I give it a boot full of power and we get a bit of an engine whistle, and that's kind of it. I'll take this thing up to about 2,000 revs before I shift up. That's through every gear. That's probably why my economy is, let's just say, compromised. 2,000 revs. revs, next gear is just over 1500 revs, and I think that is, well, it's good enough, I suppose I might say.
Go straight.
I think I'm happy with the progress that we're making. It is an extremely heavy load, and yeah, it's not a bad engine as far as power goes. 525 horsepower, but for a modern engine with 525, you'd be looking at probably 1850 foot-pounds of torque. Yes, I think you would be. The ISX, yeah, even the N14, the Cummins N14, the Cummins ISX. I can't think of any other 525s. There may be a DD15 with that rating. There isn't an MX-13, not in America at least, with that rating. There may have been a DD16, but not anymore, I don't believe. And I don't think that's a rating for it. Sorry, D16, a Volvo. I don't think that's a rating for a D13 either. So, look, 525, when it was a thing, appears to be an 1850 foot-pound torque engine. Hey, another hill. Alright, well, I've got it mashed down anyway. And we're in 9th, so we're just going to let this thing rev out. If it can. That's up to 50. I'm going to set my cruise at 55. It's not going to get up to 55, but we're going to have to downshift, but it'll be okay. Downshift 1 at 1500. There we go. I could have downshifted a little earlier, but yeah, there was not that much to lose or to benefit. Let's check my fuel. I'm at half a tank. I'm at half a tank already, and how far have I gone? Maybe 150 miles? That seems a little thirsty. Okay, let's get on all my engine braking technology. In fact, that's actually full service brake. That's a little... okay. That was quite uncomfortable how quickly we were approaching the back of this car. Dropped at first, and it was just about low enough. Bulk shifting a couple of gears, block shifting a couple of gears. Yeah, that was one too many. So 3rd to 4th is a single shift. Okay, so from 3rd upwards, we got to go through the gears sequentially, but under that, it's like we can block shift a couple. I'm slowly getting the hang of this gearbox, but I've not got enough time with the low speed regime, really. Let's see what my mileage is. Give me a second or so. I'm shifted 2,000 revs, and it always got up. It's 1.8 miles per gallon. That's actually 20% better than it was, if we think of it in one sense. But less than 2 miles per gallon, it does not seem amazing. But let's do some bar napkin calculations here. So the cargo of 250,000 pounds, just going to round that up, and we're going to get, let's say, 1.8 miles per gallon. Well, would we get twice that if we were only hauling 125,000 pounds? In other words, would we use half the fuel? I mean, 1.8 to 3.6, that actually seems reasonable. Okay. And if we were hauling a quarter of it, would we double that again? So if we were if we were hauling even, with the outside lane, just over 60,000 pounds, would we expect to get 3.8? What was that for? Crashed. I think you find someone crashed into me. Go for the power now, actually. I think I'm going to use my engine brake. Yep, because we're being pulled down this hill. Okay. So would we get basically 7.2 miles per gallon hauling 60,000 pounds? And that is where I think, you know what, we might not. You may, with the right equipment, you may get that kind of number mileage-wise. But at that sort of weight, you're looking a little less likely. This Mustang's stopping me. Thank you, but if I'd known that, I wouldn't have downshifted through all those gears. But okay. So second to fourth. No, second to third because there's DR5 in the middle there, I think. Well, look, if you're smart when it comes to gearboxes, or if you're just smarter than me when it comes to trucks and gearboxes or anything, leave a comment below and let me know. I was going to say let me know what the sequential gear numbers are, but I can actually figure that out. I don't need to be that lazy as to ask for help there. I mean, how hard can that be? Evidently too hard for me to do this before I started the video. So the point I'm trying to make about getting 1.8 to the gallon is it seems horrendous. It really does. But if you were to break up the cargo into smaller chunks, would you use, well, I'm going to stop. Would you use more fuel or less fuel hauling them separately? Yeah, I mean, there's no light moving off from rest. Thankfully, it's pretty maneuverable, even though we still have to... Oh, what happened there? Yeah, even though we still have the middle axle raised. Just for a laugh, I'm going to just rate that. I'm going to drop that now. I'm going to apply a little bit of... there we go, there was service brake, so now with the front wheels is lifted completely off the ground. So we've got a really short, yes we do, wheelbase truck. It's really agile now. I mean, apart from the inertia of all that weight behind me. Oh, that was a bit stupid, David. No. Oof. Okay, get your speed down. Yeah, that was very foolish of me. That was not particularly, that was not very intelligent of me. And that squealing noise, I think, was the front tyres kind of gripping and kind of not as we go over bumps. Let's get that raised again, I think. There we go. Well, okay. I mean, we made it, and we made it in one piece, and nothing appears to be damaged. I did not feel like doing the difficult manoeuvring here, because I think this is going to be a bit of a beast to get moving again. There's me lumping along at the idle in fifth gear. It's not good for the engine. Right, let's put it in automated mode. Yes, Doug, your sarcasm is duly noted. Right, what's the easy manoeuvring here? Let's see if we can make this easy on me. Let's play it safe. Okay, that works. So I guess we're going to go down here. Come on, let's get moving. Come on. Wow. Right, let's get it moving. And it should be straightforward just to position it where it needs to be. I think it's behind this shed in front of us. It's not, it's to the right. There it is. So if this chap wants to have a word, he looks official, he's got a clipboard, I think. I guess he's just checking me in. Alright, fair enough. Okay. We may even have this thing lined up. We may not. We shot it again because wait. Okay, come on. Alright. I think that pretty much qualifies as having survived it and made it in one piece, so I am not unhappy with that trip, although interesting the fact that the front axle was completely lifted off the road, unless under quite exceptional circumstances. Anyway, we burned 103.4 gallons and we only covered 187 miles, so that is, as I was talking about, just 1.8 miles per gallon. But in the context of nearly £300,000 of moving equipment, I don't think that is too terrible. Well, hope that you enjoyed today's video. And if you have, you know exactly what to do. And if you haven't, well, you can also leave a dislike and a comment and tell me how much it sucks. Because that's actually good for the channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.